Hey, this is Matt, and I'm standing right below a tree right now. Actually, it's a pretty tall tree for Eastern Ontario, Canada. I know Western Canada has some big ass trees, but I was today taking a walk, trying to clear up my mind and just take some space for myself. However, walking through here made me think, like how a tree can represent ourselves as our lives, right? You think of a tree, it starts from, a very small seed. It will be like a small seed. And that seed was manifested somehow. If you believe in God or if you believe in the universe or anything like whatever it is, that was manifested, that was created. And then it started to grow. And what's interesting is that as it starts to grow up, it's most importantly growing inside, so what you don't see, what's underneath the ground here is growing, and it's growing all the seeds, it's growing. So basically it's building its foundation so that it can prepare itself for this expansion, for growth, to get taller and taller. And the thing is, I want to say is that, like, yeah, we start off and we're manifested, we're, you know the two halves of the male and female gets together, and then, obviously creates the cell, and then creates a baby, and then grow from there. So the body is the foundation, and then the baby grows, and then grows into an adult. But the thing is that where a lot of times what happens is that we stop growing, and we stop growing as human beings. And what that does is that it causes us to, deal with a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. And that's because we're resisting the growth. So imagine if you would be growing. Let's say you would be growing up. You're a little child and you're growing up. Imagine if you would resist that. You would kind of like put yourself in a box so that it pushes down so that you don't grow. Well, imagine how much stress, how much pain that would be. And you can think about it in the same way that if you're not growing yourself, like growing your mind, growing your mindset, growing your, improving your health, growing your life and improving your life, how much pain that is, right? And that is what I wanted to share here, is that a tree never stops growing. Although we can see that, it's grown to a good size here, it's never stopping on growing. If you ever look at if you cut down a tree and you look at all the layers of a tree, I'll share a photo on the screen here. You'll see all the layers, and those layers are different seasons of growth. And you'll see that it continues to grow and continues to grow and continues to grow and continues to grow. If you look at trees in Western Canada, I was there in the summer last year. You can see massive trees. Like, I can't even wrap my arms around them. So big that they are, and they you can see all the layers, all the seasons that it has gone through, and it keeps growing and keeps growing and keeps growing, and it continues to nourish itself and continues to grow. And that's what I mean about when you are looking at your life, you got to continue to grow. And plus, you look at the system here, like this tree has grown, but it didn't do it alone as well too. You see at all the trees around here, all of these trees are interlinked together, and they're helping each other grow. Because chances are, if that tree there would be alone, would be on its own, and there would be nothing else around it, it probably wouldn't be as big as what it is today. And that's the support system. That's, as human beings, when we surround ourselves with like-minded people that wants to grow, we help each other grow to even bigger heights. And that's what these trees does. They continue to grow. Every single day, they continue to grow. Small little changes, small little progress, whether it's on the outside in the skin or on the inside, it's at its core. Maybe it's to add more branches, whatever it is, it continues to grow. You know, like chances are these trees will probably be much bigger later on. Mind you, it depends on the environment, and I'm not scientific or anything like that. I'm not familiar with all that scientific stuff, but I just feel like it's a good metaphor, a good way to explain that, you know, to share what is it that I'm trying to share with you, that your growth should never end and you should continue to grow. And that's a commitment that I made to myself, and that's a commitment that you should make for yourself, because that journey is what's going to help you find who you truly are, and that's what's going to create the best version of yourself, and that's what's going to help inspire other people. Because at the end of the day, you know what, like, our personal growth, sometimes people feel that it could be selfish, but at the end of the day, it's actually to help others, to inspire others, to push others to say that, you know what, we're not made to be this way. We're not made to stand and still and be the one version and do the same things over and over every single day. You know, we're meant to grow. We're meant to change. We're meant to be better versions of ourselves every single day, and we're meant to share that, to help other people do the same. Because imagine that. Imagine a world where everybody would be on this path, a path of growth, a path of personal development, a path of spirituality, where we're deeply connected in a more meaningful way. Imagine the world that we'd be living. Imagine the progress that we would have. Imagine, you know, the camaraderie that we would have, you know, the co-creation that we would have, because then we would support each other to grow, and we would support each other to become better version of ourselves, and we would actually make the world a better place instead of fighting for it, instead of, you know, getting our ego out and having our ego battle for who's better. You know, it's just absolutely amazing if, you know, when we see, and when I see like a lot of changes happening, which is actually very positive, and I feel honored to be part of that. And that's why I feel honored to be sharing this message with you, because that is what I want. What's for you. I want what's best for you. I want what you want. I want you to create your best self, and I want you to live your best life and tap into your full potential and live without restriction, without resistance, so that nothing is standing in the way to achieve that and to achieve the life that you want to create. And when you're on this path of personal growth, man, it's the absolutely most beautiful path. You know, you tie in spirituality in there, which I never thought would be beneficial for me. Man, that takes it to a whole other level. And when I say spiritual, I don't mean like religion, choosing a certain religion. And if that's what you choose, that's fine. That's totally fine with me. As a matter of fact, all religion leads to the same thing. You know, leads to very similar teachings. It's just probably been misinterpreted and explained over the years. So, but I absolutely, you know, believe in spirituality and connecting with a deeper self and the deeper truth, because that is what helps you align yourself with your true self, align your life with your true self. So that's my share for today. Keep growing like these trees, and keep surrounding yourself with other like-minded trees that will help you grow even bigger and even faster. Thanks for checking this out. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.